A lot of people think moving on is easy. They think they can just tell themselves that it's all love, they can replace you, or they can find better, or it's easy out here. But that's not the case. And in a lot of cases, family, these individuals went out here and realized that real quick that the grass was not greener. One, two, they could never meet another you. And three, there is no prototype. But it took for them to leave, to understand that dynamic. It took for them to step out the way to realize that, yo, I'm trying to replace this person, but reality is hitting. They're trying to replace you, but reality is hitting that they can't do that though. And at first, their ego's convincing them to thinking that there's better. Their ego done told them that they could find another you. Their ego told them that you were so easily replaceable. Where now reality's hitting. Now they're starting to see that that's not the truth, that that's not the case. And now they realize that not everyone brings the same energy in their lives like you did. Not everybody brings the same blessings, the same amount of love that you did, the same amount of care and concern. They don't, though, because that's not what people want. A lot of these people out here don't want the same things that you want. So now these people are realizing that the same person that they thought that they could replace is irreplaceable. And here's why. They confuse access with replaceability, meaning they thought that because they can go out here and meet people, that they could forge the same connection with these people that they had with you. No, they really thought that. They thought that they could just easily create that connection, but they were sadly mistaken because connection is not built on appearances. It's built on commitment, connection, consistency, time, chemistry, trust, presence. I can go on and on. And those things are rare. So losing access to you didn't mean that they can just recreate that with someone new. And they're learning that the hard way. They tried to replace you, but reality hit. And they're realizing that the distractions can't distract but for so long. Y'all, I'm telling you, you can go out here, you can meet new people, you can do new things, man. Please, they will never have another you. And so their distraction temporarily blinded them into thinking that you were easy to come by, blinding them into thinking that they could meet another you elsewhere. Where? And they thought that going out there and talking to people was going to help. They thought going out there and going out was going to help. They really believed this, family. They thought acting busy and staying emotionally detached was going to help them easily replace you. Nah, it made them realize how much they needed you, how much they counted on you, yo. It made them realize the level of energy that you brought to the table, period. Because honestly, distractions only work temporarily because once the dust settles, once things start quieting down and calming down, right? They're starting to see the reality of the situation. And reality hits different. No, you're not replaceable. You know what I mean? You can't just go out here and find another you where, like Jay-Z said, you made Hove, make another one. You can't. You know what I mean? So they out here trying to recreate another you, but they won't though, because there's no prototype. There's only you. Because the reality is, family, people go out here and they start to compare. And they compare everyone that they meet to you. It's a huge comparison because guess what? You set the tone. You set the bar. You are at the top of the totem pole. And so now they're comparing every single one that they meet to you. What else were they going to do? You know why? Because they're starting to notice that other people are not you, that other people don't listen like you did, that other people don't support them emotionally like you did, that other people don't move like you, yo. You want a whole different wavelength, a whole different timeline. You are a real chosen person. And I swear, family, because you're so cool, nice, and laid back, people take you for granted. No, they don't realize that you're different. They think that you're just like everyone else. Man, please. These people really were out here thinking that you were common, but there's nothing common about a chosen person ever. Where, when they would start comparing themselves and comparing other people to you, where are you regular? Man, please, you're not though. And these people learned that real quick, and they realize that they're out here meeting people that are not even emotionally genuine. Because family, you know that people out here don't want the things that you want. Outside people are not inside people, and I say that all the time. Outside people are 100% not inside people. So these individuals went out here thinking that they could take an outside person and make them you. Man, please, I'll wait. I'll wait. It's a classic story that they bet wrong, and they chose wrong, and they did wrong, and they finally see it clearly. Oh, they underestimated your emotional value. Yo, they didn't see it. They focus on surface level things, but they didn't consider your patience, your loyalty, who you are as a person, your energy, yo. They didn't count the cost. They didn't consider the cost of losing you. And there is a cost, yo. They went out here and bet wrong. Because the reality is they minimize your value while benefiting from it. Make it make sense. They benefited from you. Whole time they minimized your value. Benefited from you. Whole time didn't even see you for who you are. Benefited from you. Whole time trying to replace you, but didn't even take into account that they can't though. And this is the part that people don't admit. They don't admit it publicly, definitely. They don't admit it that they're realizing that they messed up. And they're realizing that they did wrong. Because reality humbled them emotionally. It really did. Because they learned real quick the grass is not greener. The grass is not greener, yo. You got to tend to your own grass, fertilize your own grass. It's the age old story, and people still don't want to listen. They still don't want to change because peace is rare. Yo, you can go out here and think you have all the things. You can go out here and deal with every single person you want to deal with. Nah, man, peace is rare. Emotional maturity, rare. What you bring to the table, rare. But they didn't see that. And they had to learn that the hard way. Why? Yo, make it make sense. I still don't understand. And maybe it ain't for me to understand. Why do people have the biggest blessing of all time and still find a way to squander it? Why do people go out here and do wrong for no apparent reason? Makes no sense to me, yo. And now they're realizing that while they try to replace you, you're irreplaceable. That's not how the game was supposed to go. They did not bank on the fact that they would never find another you. They didn't even consider it. They were so caught up in all their arrogance and all their glory that their realization is now hitting them that they could not replace you. Because you're not just a person, you a whole experience, like a whole vibe. Family, tell me I'm wrong. You are a whole experience. When people get you, they get what you come with, your attachments, all your blessings, all the things. And so now they thought they lost you. They thought you was the only thing they lost. No, they lost you. They lost what you're connected to. Your blessing, your anointing. And a lot of times these people were in your anointing thinking it was them. They was in your anointing the whole time. Whole time they thought that they were the one bringing the blessings in their own lives. Man, please, maybe. But if you were in their lives, you were bringing the blessings too, probably more so than them. Your anointing made them get those jobs, made them get those opportunities, made them get all those things that they got. It wasn't just them. That was God working through you. You know what I mean? And they didn't realize that until it was too late. And that's the realization that's hurting them. And that's the realization that's truly humbling them because they're understanding and learning that, man, this person was rare, that I should have not taken this person for granted, that I should have done better by this person. And the fact that they thought that they could easily replace you, man, please, that's all cap. That's what's hurting them the most. Replace you where? With who? And do what? No, that's not how that goes. Ego is a real family. And that's why I tell you, don't believe every thought that you think. You don't have to believe every thought that you think because in most cases it's not true because these people believed in the thoughts that they could replace you. That their mind, I'm telling you, your anointing and their mind told them that they was just out here, they was winning and that they could replace you easily. Oh, where? That was not the case. And that's the sad part. They played trick. They let the enemy fool them. They truly let the devil fool them out of their blessing. They could not see clearly. Them folk had scale over their eyes. They couldn't see clearly because now that the dust has settled, now they're out here panicking, going back and forth in their mind like, oh my God, how did I do this? How did I let a real one go? What can I do to fix this? I wonder if I can come back. Yo, they missed the access to you all day. Not just your love and your kindness, your access. You open doors for these people that no man has. I'm telling you, you open doors for these folks that they never experienced in their lives. Some of y'all brought these people to things that they've never seen and done before in their lives. And they thought that they could replace you. Yo, the arrogance of people to think that they could replace you. They thought that the grass was greener on the other side of you. Yo, make it make sense. Run it back. I don't understand people, man. I really don't. It is draining to me. The fact that they think that they had a blessing that they can just squander off and get a new one. Man, where? You are so wonderful, so beautiful, so kind, so worthy. And then what? They went out here thinking they can find you. That's not how the game go. So in conclusion, family, some people only recognize your impact after they try to replace you. Some people only recognize what you bring to the table and your value after they try to move on with their lives. When they get out here and yoke up to these people, when they get out here and yoke up to these broken people, these people that bring nothing to the table, they start to realize real quick, yo, these people bring chaos, stress, all the things, man. And they out here missing you. So now they're looking in their phones, wishing and hoping they can get a text from you, looking in their phones, wishing and hoping that they could just get a call from you. That if you would just call them one time, I'm telling you what I know. If you could just pick up your phone and call them one time, they would be so happy. If they're going back and forth in their mind, like if you could just call them one time and start the process, they'd be all back in. If you could just be the one to say, I'm sorry, let me take you back, they would be so happy. But you're not doing that. You know why? You don't have to. Yo, you're no longer showing up in your life as that version of self that you once were. You're no longer showing up in your life that way, and you never had to. You're better than that, than all the things, yo. And they see it right now. They see it. You don't have to deal with that. You don't have to live in lack. They lost you. You didn't lose you. No, man, please. They're the ones that lost you. They lost a blessing. They lost a good thing, but you didn't lose you. So I'm telling you, family, you learning your worth real quick, and they feel it. They can feel it in the air, yo. They can cut the air. Because when they thought that they could replace you, they came up short every time. They learned real quick that they could not. And now they looking at you. They watching you win, yo. One of my favorite quotes is that losers focus on winners, but winners focus on winning. Are you focused on them? I'm telling you not, but they're focused on you. Period and facts. And they didn't find you where they left you, and they never will. You're not in that season anymore. Mm-mm. If they even talk to you, they would almost have to reintroduce themselves to you because you're a different version of self. But they didn't bank on that when they was out here gallivanting. They didn't bank on that when they were tap dancing and playing in your face. No, absolutely not. They don't get the right to just crawl back into your life. That's not how that goes. It's not. They thought that could replace you, then they staying on that energy. Now they're watching you looking oh so graceful. You looking better than ever. Some of y'all really looking like kings, looking like queens, and they gotta watch you from afar because they lost the access that they once had because they tried to replace you thinking that they could get better. They tried to replace you thinking that there was better. No, there is no better than you. And you have to believe that, family. I can't believe that for you. But there is no better than you. There's no one better than you. You are not replaceable, even when people try to replace you. And that's on everything. And you better believe it, family. Stay inspired. I want to thank you so much for watching my content. I started my YouTube channel to share the many lessons I learned along the way, and I appreciate you so much. All of the love that you show, I love everything about it, and I want to thank you for being who you are. I hope that you please subscribe to my page and more good things to come. Stay inspired.